Guys, we see a lot of participants joining in. We'll be waiting for another 2-3 minutes and then we'll start. Good evening, everyone. I am Satyamir Nandedkar, and on behalf of Zell Education, I welcome all of you to this really interesting webinar on an interesting, useful certification in finance and accounts that Zell is offering. Zell, of course, is no stranger to you, and neither is our speaker for the day, Pratham Barot. I am sure you have seen him, heard of him, read about him, and any other communication form that is possible. I am sure you have heard or seen Pratham. Pratham is the CEO of Zell. He founded Zell 8 years ago. He is an ACCA himself and has secured world ranks in I don't know how many papers now. I have lost count of that. And he is the one who has pioneered Zell to become the leading brand in the world of edtech for finance and accounts courses. With this course, we have a certification in finance and accounts for you, which is basically going to make you job ready, and it's going to propel your career at a faster pace in the desired direction. So with that in mind, I think Pratham, we should begin our discussion for the day.
Sure. Thank you so much, Satya. So good evening, guys. Thank you so much for attending. Like Satya said, like Satya had mentioned, right? So I'm the co-founder, the CEO at Zell. And here our entire focus is to train students and candidates who are interested to have a career in the field of finance and accounts. And we go from counseling to training to actually getting them placed in companies. Now, today's webinar is actually something that the entire team, including myself, we've been working on this for a while now. And I'm genuinely a little thrilled to finally launch this. This course that we are talking about is something that's not available in the industry. It's not available in the market. And we've spoken to enough companies to know that there is a need for this. We've spoken to enough students to know that there is a demand for this. So today in this video, in this webinar, actually, I'm going to explain to you guys what is it that we've come up with, and is it the right option for you, and what are the benefits for it. Before I go ahead, I'll just introduce everybody else on the panel. So Satyamed has introduced me. I'll return the favor. Satyamed is our academic head at Zell. He is the one who has created a lot of the content for and all of our courses, including the one we're talking about. I'm sure that if you guys have followed Zell for ACCA, CFA, CMA, you would know that Satyamed, he himself is a chartered accountant. He's done ACCA, he's done CMA, he's done, I think, CS. And I don't know, I was just listing out his list of qualifications. They're quite a lot. So anything academic related, you can speak to him. He's worked in ENY, he's worked in PwC, so on and so forth. And then we have Ashlesha, who basically is the expert for this course. So if after this webinar, you have any questions or you want to understand anything, when you call us, Ashlesha will be the one who will answer. And even in this webinar, any questions you all have, please put it down below. Again, the answers will be given by Ashlesha. So with that, let's jump into the details of the course. All right, guys. So this is first and foremost a certification in finance and account. This is for people who I'm going to explain more in a bit. But essentially, if you are in the field of finance and accounts and need a jump in your career, or you are not in the field of finance and accounts for whatever reason, and you want to enter into it, this course, this 6-month program is going to get you from where you are to where you want to be, right? We cover everything in the field of finance and accounts to get somebody from zero. Zero means you have zero knowledge of finance and accounts. And let's say you need to reach a 10 to get a job, right? In this course, will get you to 9.5. Right? That last half point will be, of course, on you to really take what we've created and make the most of it. But if getting that career boost or getting into the field of finance and accounts on a scale of 0 to 10 is at 10, then this course should get you from 0 to 9.5. Right? Now, as you can read, obviously, right, it's going to be done in 6 months. It covers everything that a company will require in their employees. So after this course, you'll learn everything that any company would require, whether you're looking at just getting a basic accounting job, you want to get into finance, you want to get into taxation, you want to become an analyst, you want to get into anything which is on advisory role at a basic level. The list goes on and on. And of course, we will also make sure that we train you guys for the interview, for the final bit, which is after learning everything, how do you represent yourself to these companies to say that, yes, I understand everything in finance and accounts, and whatever the company needs, you will be able to cater to them. So this entire journey is what we're going to cover. Yeah, Satya, can you move on to the next slide?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, remember, guys, the biggest effort we have to put in this is ensuring that you guys who do this course are going to be ready for getting placed. It is more or less a guaranteed placement approach that we have taken, where we are quite confident that if our students are going to study what we tell them in these 6 months, their ability to get placed is almost 100%. Right? The companies that we've spoken to, the companies that are in need for this are the ones that you can see on the screen. Right? These are companies that we know of. These are companies that many of us want to start a career in. And by the way, this is just 5% of our entire pool of companies. I think even attending this webinar, I have my placement head, Nishreen. She's been in touch with multiple companies since a few months, asking them for this, understanding the need of this kind of a course that if candidates do, will these companies hire? And she has a list of over 1,000 vacancies that have taken place for these profiles, right? And the salary pay package for people, depending on your experience, depending on your background, it can go all the way to 8 lakhs and sometimes even more. So this is this is what is different. When you do CA, when you do ACCA, when you do CMA, you are going to be investing 3, 4, 5 years of your life, and it probably will be the best professional qualification you invest yourself for. But companies so far are only looking to hire you if you have the CA or the ACCA or the CFA, CMA certification. For the first time, there is going to be a course that companies are recognizing, but it's not one of the traditional ones we know. This is a Zell Finance and Accounting certification. Satya, before I move ahead, anything you would like to add?
Yes, so guys, to add to what Pratham said, this is a small list of the entire set of companies, who are willing to hire candidates who have a certain skill set that will be imparted to you once you have finished this course. Most important of it is the hands-on approach and what works in real life. So the specific course, of course, we'll get into what it entails, but it is going to make you job ready. It is going to make you equipped for taking on roles and responsibilities in these organizations. So they are also more inclined towards hiring such people because they are getting a trained resource instead of someone who they have to train from the scratch. So this is where, it is placed in the entire ecosystem.
Right. Right. Now, Satya, you have worked for quite a few years in the field, right? Can you take them through a gist of what they are up for if they do this program?
Yes. So in all the companies, guys, that we saw, let's go back to the previous one. All of these, be it the big fours or be it the other companies in the industry or consulting firms, what we need when we are looking for talent is we need people who have good fundamentals and people who don't need to be told what an accounting entry is, or who don't need to be told how to reconcile bank accounts, right from something as basic to something, like filing tax returns, performing tax reconciliations, helping in the preparation of financial statements. So all those skills, that is something, when we are hiring talent, we are essentially looking for that. So once you have finished this particular course, naturally you will be hired as an accounting associate analyst, which basically means a role that provides support function to the entire finance team. And as you go up, depending on your skill, of course, you become a financial reporting specialist. So from recording what a bank reconciliation is, for example, to preparing the consolidated financial statements of companies, this course is going to equip you for the entire 360-degree view on what a finance and accounts job basically involves. We are also going to impart training on several aspects of taxation, your direct tax being your income tax, your GST. So tomorrow when you're applying for all of these positions, like for example, like a tax analyst or a tax accountant, what you will need is working knowledge of GST, working knowledge of income tax, right from basic reconciliations to audits to return filing. And that entire knowledge will be provided to you once you do this course. So all of these job roles, be it a tax analyst, a financial reporting specialist, all of these different job roles will suddenly become available for you to apply once you have gone through the length and breadth of this course.
Perfect. Now, this is the most important part, guys, for all of y'all who are attending, right? So first of all, just show of hands. Are any of y'all non-graduates? Are any of y'all work still in college? Please just raise your hand. Okay. Okay. So, guys, you guys can of course also do it. It's just that this course, primarily the interest we have seen is from people who have completed graduation, but we've seen companies being open to hiring people who are undergrads as well, if they are able to perform well in the interview. So let me just jump into the eligibility a little bit. Satya, can you go to the next slide?
Yeah.
Okay. So guys, please understand, this is very important. Okay. This is for, I'm going to explain each of these. And if you fall under any category, please resonate with it very strongly, because it can actually be the first step in your career launch. Okay. The first point is for simply people who are graduates and have zero experience. What we're talking about is, let's say you completed your BCom, or you are right now currently working, you're currently just completed your graduation, but you don't know what you want to do. And now you have all options, right? Do you do an MBA? Do you pick up some other qualification which your friends have done when they were in college? Do you do any online course? Do you do something just for the sake of it to show people? Do you keep searching for jobs? It can get overwhelming, right? So this is that one first option. If you have not started your academic journey besides the graduation bit, and you need to enter into this field, but you can't go to companies saying, I'm a BCom, I'm a BAF student, I'm a BBA student alone. How do you showcase that you are better than the rest? You do this program where companies have seen the syllabus, companies are happy with the syllabus, and the company says, yes, if a student has completed this course, then we are happy to hire that student over and above normal graduates, over and above the rest. So here, for the first set of people, if you are a graduate and are looking for something, this is your step one. You basically go from being scattered and trying to find jobs to having a focus, having an approach where you study something which is structured by a Satyamed and the team, and then you go to companies who say, yes, we will hire you because they're confident that you have the basics sorted. The second point is for, again, a lot of our students who are, at some point, they've decided to study one of these finance and accounting qualifications like CA, ACCA, CFA, but then either didn't take it up or took it up and left it, right? Which means you have interest, you want to work in the domain of finance and accounts, but you have not taken up any of the traditional programs. Once again, this is your shortcut to entering into this field of finance and accounts. You do this 6-month course and you are going to be in a position that will be close to having completed an entire CA or ACCA, but in a span of 6 months. The third category is if any of you guys are interested, once again, to work in finance and accounts, but your entire career so far has been in another industry. It's not in the field of finance or accounts, right? So you might be, let's say, taking up something at a very basic level in admin, in marketing, at a basic level. You might be doing something which is totally irrelevant to you right now, right? You're just doing it because you got the job or because you're in it, but you're deciding to make a shift. For you, once again, how do you enter a new field without having any academic background? By this course, because the course is designed to take you, like I said, from 0 to 9.5. So again, from any field, you can enter into the field of finance and accounts. And the last one is the most important one. This is where we've seen the highest demand for people, right? This is now let me picture this. Let's say you are currently working in the field of finance. Let's say you're an accountant, okay? You're earning a salary of, for example, 3 lakh rupees, right? Now, if you want to move out of a company and you want a salary package of, let's say 6 lakhs, right? It's going to take you 2-3 years for you to move from 3 lakhs to 1 year, maybe 4 lakhs, maybe 4.5, 5, and then 6. It's going to take you a while, right? But this program is the key for us. It takes you from where you are, and in 6 months, it will get you ready to interview at companies that are willing to pay people like you 6 lakh rupees, as long as, of course, your experience is a year or two where companies are happy to pay you 6 lakh and you crack the interview the way we are preparing you, right? So if you stick to everything, unlike everybody in the past who went from 3 to 6 lakhs over 2 to 3 years, you get to do it in 6 months. And this is the biggest reason that we are excited, because we know that there is an entire population in India of candidates who are keen to remain in the field of finance and accounts, but are growing very slowly, right? And that's primarily because you've not done any long-term certification the way others might have. So for you guys, this is the final straw, right? You get from where you are to where you want to be in a limited time frame with us, where we can more or less assure that if you follow our steps, you will get to where you want to be. Right? Satya, before I move ahead, anything you'd like to add?
Guys, to add to what Pratham said just now, what the world of finance and accounts is quite dynamic, and there are changes happening before you know of something that is going to happen. So what really equips you is a strong foundation. And if you want to propel your career faster, if you want to achieve those growth targets that you have set for yourself, I think this is the course for you, because it is getting you industry ready, it is getting you job ready, and in such a short span of time. While you learn on the job, it would come with its own pitfalls and its own challenges. But this course is actually getting you ready for the actual world. So I think this is something you have to consider very, very seriously right now.
Perfect.
Now, guys, I would want to take you all through how exactly we have designed the curriculum. As Pratham said, this course is going to take you from a 0, assuming you are at that point, to a 9.5, which means it's going to equip you with all the desired knowledge that a finance and accounts job needs. To begin with, the first module, which we are calling Accounting 101, it's about all the basic concepts of accounting, concepts that you might or might not have studied, or you have studied and forgotten by now, which can happen, quite human for us. So right from basic terminologies and concepts of accounting, how to record transactions, how to make ledgers, how to perform bank reconciliations, how to look at fixed asset registers, vendor recos, all of that. So the entire financial accounting capsule will be given to you in one module, and it would be like a revision of whatever you have seen in maybe an earlier class. For those who have not been exposed to this concept, this will bring them up to speed as compared to the other participants in the job market. The second module here focuses on cost accounting. Tomorrow, when you work for any organization, your work will not only involve recording transactions, but a major part of your work will also involve producing data that your management needs. And that is exactly where the cost accounting / the management accounting module will come to your help, wherein we'll teach you not just about the cost analysis, cost classification, but from concepts like pricing, how to create that data for accurate pricing, how to make running budgets, how to make forecasts for your P&L and your balance sheet, and even cash forecasts that you need to prepare for on a monthly basis for your operations. All of that will be taught to you in the second module. The third module is about the preparation of financial statements, which most of you known as final accounts. So here, of course, you will learn about balance sheet preparation, P&L, cash flow statement, and statement of changes in equity. The fourth module is about the financial statement analysis. See, the progression also is very gradual. You have started with recording of transactions, cost accounting, preparation of financial statements, and now you are looking at analysis of those financials. We'll be teaching you several different approaches of how to read a balance sheet. Reading a balance sheet is not reading the name, reading the financial year end and the items listed, but making sense out of the information that is presented in front of you. Techniques like ratio analysis, techniques like common size statements, techniques like the DuPont analysis, all of those will be taught to you in detail, so that tomorrow when a set of financial statements is presented to you, you know exactly what to do and come up with intelligent responses to any questions that are posed. The fifth module takes us in the direction of the goods and services tax. I'm sure you have heard the term GST at some point, but your jobs will require you to know which items are taxable, what are the tax rates. If you don't know what the tax rates are, at least what should you Google sometimes in order to get the right answer? How to file your returns, how to fill in the different columns, reconciliations, which are very important on a monthly and an annual basis, plus concepts related to input credit. All of those will be covered in the GST module. The sixth module is about income tax, where we will take you through the basics of return filing for individuals and for companies. All of this, be it the GST part, be it the income tax part, it will be demonstrated through live training on the income tax or the GST portal, right from how to log in, what website to go to, what forms to choose, how to even register a digital signature on these websites. All of that will be taught. Then, of course, reconciliation with the tax credit statement and other procedures that you need to know as a tax accountant. The last module, of course, is introduction to various accounting softwares. So I'm sure you are aware of the different softwares that are used for purpose of data recording and accounting, right from a small business to what large multinational corporations use. The basic principle remains the same. It's just that the interface changes. So we'll bring you up to speed in terms of how all of these aspects are performed in a software. So if you can see, guys, right from the first module to the last one, this entire course is making you job ready. It is giving you the desired confidence that tomorrow when you go for an interview, you don't have to separately sit and prepare for the technical part. All of that will already be taught to you. Assessments will be conducted to gauge where you stand. Wherever you need help, our trainers and faculties will be there to help you out. So as you can see, all the 7 modules, once you go through them and through the entire training, you are job ready. Most important, when students go for interviews, one of the major challenges they face is, sir, I need to know the technical know-how for this interview. I know only the bookish knowledge, but this curriculum is equipping you with the practical aspect as well. With that, of course, with a complete understanding of the curriculum, I think, Pratham, we can talk about the placement support that we are going to provide on this one.
Yeah. So guys, the curriculum which Satya made spoke about, right, was exactly what company we created after we created this curriculum after talking to companies in terms of what do they need in this person that they want to hire, right? So that's why we've covered accounting, we've covered management accounting and cost accounting, we've covered GST, we've covered accounting software, we've covered income tax, we've covered everything that any company across India is requiring, that they beyond which they don't need a specialized, maybe a chartered accountant. So if you study whatever is just explained, that is enough to get you into starting your career in the field of finance and accounts. Now, the main sort of the primary reason why we are so excited is because of this slide. For the first time, right, in our industry, we are ensuring that we get you to that 9.5 on 10, wherein we do whatever it takes to get you ready to be placed. And what are those things that we do, right? So first point is, of course, we have faculties like Satyamed himself and a team of people who are like him, right? Who have worked in the industry, who know the need of the industry, and who will train you on whatever is the need as of today and for the future. So as long as you are studying with people who are this well versed with this industry, there should be the least amount of problems with respect to learning. The second point is that it's completely digital for you guys. This is again crucial because the reason we launched this course is because we've seen candidates from across India and companies from across India asking us to sort of help them with this. You know, students like you guys are asking us to teach you all something to get you all placed, and companies who are ready to who are ready to hire you are asking us to train these students with all the things that are just taught. So it is a universal problem. Plus, we've noticed that our students who study with us, you know, the ACCA, CFA, CPA, CMA students, all of them are more sort of keen on studying online. They prefer flexibility. They prefer doing these things online because this is generally for people who are adults. So online seems to be the most benefit. In fact, yesterday only there was a student who had come. We actually had placed her after she had studied one of the courses with us, and she was telling me that thank God everything is online because for other students, you know, traveling time is a big headache, etc., etc. So online is the second primary point. Third is doubt solving. Now, as you guys, there are some of you all who have zero knowledge in finance and accounts, some of you all have little knowledge. So there is a variation between the class on doubt solving overall, right? People have to learn at the same level so that at the end, all of you all get a job. So to solve for this doubt solving personalized session, also we've gotten that covered, where you can do a one-to-one session once again with people like Satyamir. When it comes to the fourth point, which is EMI options, that is primarily to make it easy for all of you students to land up paying. The fifth point is that we have our learning management system, which has video lectures, which has everything recorded, which has notes, which has tests, which has assessments, and it also has the ability for you to do it on the laptop, on your phone, etc., etc. And the last point is that there is complete recognition when we provide the certificate, because the companies you go to are the ones who have accepted this syllabus and said that, yes, please get me somebody who has studied this, and then we would be happy to interview them. And if they're good, we'll hire them. So this is what we've really spent a lot of effort in creating. And I'm actually quite happy to say that the way it's come out, right? The entire syllabus, our faculty members, our placement partners. I think that a lot of you guys, if you all are searching for something, this just might be what you all are looking for. Satya, next.
Pratham, before we move on to the next one, I remember rejecting candidates in consulting because they did not possess certain
some of these skills.
I remember acting in the capacity of CFO advisor and again rejecting candidates for the team because they were not aware of the basics. And I think with this in mind, the chances of people getting hired, just they shoot up like no one's business. So this is, of course, something that we need to keep in mind.
Correct. I agree. To that point, guys, beyond the content and the syllabus that the faculty members will take you through, that it's 50%. See, generally for any qualification that you take, right, majority of your effort will go in passing the exam. However, in this, you have to understand that it's a 50-50 split for you as a student. 50% is learning everything, 50% is preparing yourself for the interviews. Now, we help you in both, right? So far, we've spoken about the first 50%, which is the syllabus. Now I'm going to move to the balance 50%. Now, how do we guys prepare you? So like you can see, there is a 3-step process that we have, and hopefully the 4th step is for you. The 3 steps are, the first one is we help you build your profile while you're getting trained with us. We'll help you with LinkedIn profile, we'll help you with your resume, etc., etc. The second thing is interview etiquettes, right? How do you have to be in an interview? My placement team was telling me that one of the big 4, we had sent them over 100 CVs last month, and they had rejected a few out of nothing. They had no problem with communication. They had no problem with the technical skills. However, they were not good at taking up interviews. So imagine there is a poor student who has all the skills he or she possesses, but they don't manage to really represent that in the interview, right? So we get that also trained. That's the stage 2 or the step 2 of making sure that all of you guys are confident, are comfortable, know how to look, know what to wear, know how to speak, know what to practice before you all reach the interview level. Finally, the step 3, which is a unique advantage for Zell. What we do here is we take mock sessions of interviews for our students. Now that's okay. That's not a big deal, right? We have our teams who will take the mock interviews, no problem. What our advantage is that we got people from the industry, the companies who will hire you. We got their HRs, their human resource experts to come and take mock interviews for our students. So our students, before they go for the real interview, are being mock interviewed by the kind of people who will take the real interview. This is not, again, available elsewhere. Imagine you want to hypothetically work in a company like Netflix in their finance and accounting department. Now, if the Netflix HR who will take your final interview, imagine somebody from his team training you in the mock session here. So your understanding of the industry just shoots up. Your confidence in the final interview is so much better because you've gone through these 3 steps. Your LinkedIn profile, your CV is perfect. Your interview etiquette, which is step 2, is perfect. And the third part, which is you've taken mocks with industry experts, is also better. And if you go through these 3 steps and you've gone through the content and you've learned everything properly, no company should ideally tell you no. And hopefully based on your profile, your salary package can take such a massive jump. Satya, anything from your end?
I just want to, add to what Pratham said. So it's not only about knowing certain on-the-job aspects. It's about how you present yourself in the interview, how you groom yourself. Are you able to tackle the non-work related questions that might be, posed in the interview process? So, because we have these experts who will be conducting the mocks, who will be taking you through the entire journey, that will make you all the more equipped to handle anything that comes up in the actual interview. And as Pratham said, this particular aspect is not available elsewhere. So when you are making a decision in terms of propelling your career, in terms of career growth, these are some of the points you should keep in mind, that in such a short duration, all these aspects are getting covered. Plus, I'm getting trained on how to make my CV, how to present in an interview. Plus, the mock interview is being done by someone who is in that very space. I think there are a lot of pluses, when you consider this particular course.
Awesome. And this is again, right? This is what I visualized when we were creating this course, right? There is one of our future potential students. Like I said, you're working in maybe in some capacity. Like I said, let's say you have a 4 lakh rupee package and you know that to get to maybe an 8 lakh rupee package, it's going to take you 2-3 years. This is what we are going to try and do, right? In 6 months, we will try and ensure that you go from 4 to 8 versus waiting for 2-3 years. And the only bridge you have to cross is hopefully this program. Of course, you have look, guys, 0 to 9.5 is our job, but that half point matters when you want that final job. So please give us that support back. If we can together get you guys from where you are to where you want to be, and we are the bridge in the middle, it's going to be a win for you, a win for the companies, and win for us. So I think this is what we really are excited about. The course, the fees is 99,999, as you can see, but this includes the most important thing. It includes guaranteed placements, as long as you guys adhere to our program. Everything is live. We have things recorded if you want to ever practice by yourself. We have these tests and assessments which we'll do. We have LMS Access is the learning management platform, and what is not mentioned under the fees is our interview preparation that we help our students with, which is, like I said, going to be equally important to that of the lectures. Satya, can you go to the next one?
Yes.
And now, generally, when people attend a webinar, they reach out to us saying that, what is the benefit for those who attend the webinar? So we make it a point now to give you guys something in return. Right? First of all, if you are looking at the course, you can get a scholarship of like it's written up to 10 grand. See, this is what we can do to make it easier for you guys to hopefully get that job that you all are looking for, right? So we'll reduce the fees. And we have seen with at least other courses, when you are in a group of friends, or you have a couple of people who you are familiar with, who study with you, people generally land up clearing things together better and faster than had they been alone. So if you know somebody along with you who might actually also benefit from this, get them, and we will further give you guys an additional 15,000 discount. And we'll also give your friend another 10,000. So if you see, for you, we can go up to 25,000 as a discount. And for the friend who you get, we can go up to 10,000 as a discount. Like I said, the entire intent of this is not just any form of a discount. It's to help you guys help make your decision a little easier by lowering the threshold of the fees. Satya, next one. Yeah, this is just more about Zell for all of you who might not know, right? We are specializing in the field of finance and accounts. We started Zell with the intention of being the go-to institute for people who want to learn something in the field of finance and accounts. Thankfully, over the last 8 years, things have really worked out. We have a large product basket of ACCA, CPA, CFA, FRM, CMA, and more programs, including the newest, the one which we are most excited about, which is the certification in finance and accounts. So even beyond this, guys, if you know anybody or yourself, as long as you're interested in finance and accounts, doesn't matter what, we'll be able to service that. So anytime in the future as well, Please remember that.
And guys, you have the number with you. It's on your screen. I would recommend you that make a call, get an understanding. I'm sure you will have questions later. Get those clarified, because now is the time to, push yourself in the right direction. So reach out to our experts and make sure that you get a complete understanding before you make that decision. So with that, guys, thank you so much.
But sorry, 1 second. There is some question. Can you go back to the discount slide? So one person is asking, can you please repeat the discount threshold? I'll just do that. In the meantime, guys, we're going to open it up for you guys to ask any question if you all want. So we will unmute you. Just raise your hand. And in the meantime, I'll answer this question again, right? So the discount, guys, over here is that on a fees of 99,999, if you are looking at pursuing the course and you've attended the webinar, we can give you a scholarship of up to 10,000 rupees. Over and above that, if you have a friend who you will get an additional 15,000. So totally you will get 25,000 rupees discounted, and your friend who you get will get 10,000 rupees as a scholarship again, because of this, what we've created. And the reason is because we've seen that if people who know each other get together, they complete the programs better, they complete the courses better. So if you come by yourself, there is a scholarship. If you get a friend, there is a double scholarship for you and your friend. So I hope that clears the question for this thing, discount bit. And anybody else has a question? So Rohit has also asked the question that I've completed my BCom in 2018 and I've experienced a CA firm for 1 year and I'm doing CMA India. So can I do this course? So Rohit, you are the exact kind of audience who we have created this program for, right? If you are looking to basically enhance your career in this field and you want to do it in a quicker way without actually losing any quality on learning, this is the right course for you. You can parallelly probably continue CMA India because it is a great qualification to have, but it's a long-term qualification. It's going to take you a while to reach there and then build. So in the interim, right, take your 1 year experience, study these basics, get to a point where companies are interviewing you, get over there, get your salary boost, and then study CMA India parallel to that, with your new job, which we will hopefully help you with, right? And there's Abdul who has raised his hand. I'll just unmute you. Yeah, Abdul, if you can talk, please just unmute yourself. Abdul, if you can hear me, then please just unmute yourself and ask the question. Okay. So no problem. So Satya, I think then that's it. We've answered all the questions. Yeah, please take it forward.
And guys, I'm sure questions do come up later when you think about it, when you give it a serious thought. I want you to make a note of the number on your screen, because this is where you call and get all your queries answered. And we are looking forward to seeing you at Zell enrolling for this course. So make an informed decision, and thank you so much for making the time out on a Friday evening and coming for this really interesting webinar. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.